As a part of the nationwide celebration of Bhushan Bhagwada, a healthy baby show was organized by the Office of the District Program Officer Dimapur in collaboration with General Administration and Mission Shakti held on 15 April 2025 at Angawati Training Center, Dibubar, Chumugitima. Chief Minister of Nagaland, Dr. Nafiru graced the 8th Eastern Naga Student Federation Cultural Festa GAM General Conference on the theme Deliverance Through Ethnicity Conquered, held at Bharat Ground Twinsang on 15 April 2025 as chief guest. Nagaland Governor and Chief Rector of Nagaland University, La Ganensan, graced the 7th convocation ceremony held at University Auditorium, Ihoshi Ginemi Hall, Nagaland University, Lumami, Zinopodo, on 15 April 2025. The District Planning and Development Board, Kohima, held its monthly meeting at the TPTB Hall, Kohima, on 15 April 2025 in the presence of MLA and TPTB Chairman Dr. Teolo Hudo Rotso. The monthly meeting of Mogokchung District Planning and Development Board was held on 15 April 2025 at the DC Conference Hall, Mogokchung, under the chairmanship of Speaker NLA and Chairman TPTB Mogokchung, Sharin Ken Logimer. Hello viewers, this is Maroni Gitan and you are watching Nltv English Prime Time. And here's the news. The Naga Students Federation NSF has expressed strong objections to the Nagaland government's decision to absorb 151 assistant professors on fixed pay in the higher education department through a one-time regularization order. The NSF argues that this move undermines meritocracy, transparency, and fairness and is detrimental to the aspirations of educated Naga youths. Despite repeated representations and a meeting with the department on April 8, 2025, the government has not revoked the order. The NSF demands immediate revocation of the cabinet decision and urged the government to requisition sanction both to the Nagaland Public Service Commission. Failure to comply may lead to democratic measures to protect student interests. The Zinobodo Government College Students Union has submitted a letter of nullification to the Department of Higher Education on April 15, requesting the department to nullify its statement that was submitted on 9 April 2025. The union clarified that it had issued the earlier statement in good faith and in response to concerns on the matter received at that time. However, the union, after careful consideration, found it necessary to nullify its earlier statement and declared that the same to be deemed null and void. The Students' Union also clarified that it doesn't intend to take any stand and that it will maintain a neutral and respectful approach to the issue at hand. Nagaland Governor and Chief Rector of Nagaland University, La Kanensan, graced the 7th convocation ceremony held at University Auditorium, Ihoshi Academy Hall, Nagaland University, Lumami, Zunyobodo on 15 April 2025. The governor in his address reiterated and said, on our march towards a Viksit Bharat, developed India by 2047, India's young population is regarded as the greatest asset in achieving this goal. While acknowledging and congratulating the significant achievement of the graduating students, La Ganensan fortified every student to embrace and embody this evolution to bring pride to Nagaland and to the nation. Further, he added that each student subsequent of the graduation shouldn't hesitate to venture out to the prospect in the broader world, as they now represent Nagaland University as brand ambassadors and the stewards of this nation, as well as the keepers of a profound heritage which blends the ancient traditions and modern advancement. Chief Minister of Nagaland, Dr. Nefiru Grace at Eastern Naga Student Federation Cultural Festa GAM General Conference on the theme Deliverance Through Ethnicity Concord held at the Parade Ground Tunsang on 15 April 2025 as chief guest. Dr. Rio, speaking on the occasion, thanked the ENSF for inviting him to the general session. Rio highlighted that the government of India has declared right to education for all the ages, and Nagaland is in the process of providing quality education which can enable the students to compete with others. He asserted that the eastern part of Nagaland is called backward because eastern areas were left unadministered by the British. Only in the year 1957, it established its headquarters at Tunsang as Naga Hills Tunsang area. While in the mainland of Nagaland, Christianity came early followed by education. This is why the eastern Naga area started very late in education. The District Planning and Development Board, Kohima, held its monthly meeting at the TPTB Hall, Kohima on 15 April 2025 in the presence of MLA and TPTB Chairman Dr. Teloho Dorotso. The meeting was chaired by Deputy Commissioner and TPTB Vice Chairman Kohima, B. Hanok Buchem, and began with a review of the minutes for the previous meeting. A PowerPoint presentation was made by All India Radio, Akashvani Kohima on Jana Hi Yojani Ek Shamiksha, Public Welfare Schemes, a review. Muammar Imsong, Transmission Executive at Akashvani Kohima, spoke on the role, relevance, and history of Akashvani. He elaborated on its geographical reach in Nagaland and its importance in preserving cultural and linguistic diversity, as well as its accessibility and trustworthiness. As a part of the nationwide celebration of Bushan Bakwada, a healthy baby show was organized by the Office of the District Program Officer Dimapur in collaboration with General Administration and Mission Shakti, held on 15 April 2025 at Angkawadi Training Center, Dibubar, Chumukitima. The event was a district-level program which aims to provide health and nutrition awareness among parents, importance of early childhood nutrition, regular health checkup, and proper hygiene practices. Babies were assessed based on health parameters and overall well-being. The show saw enthusiastic participation from the mothers from 3 projects: Office of the Child Development Project Officer Dimapur, Office of the Child Development Project Office Tansirabar, and Office of the Child Development Project Officer Metsifima. Winners were selected based on overall health indicators and were felicitated with a cash prize. The monthly meeting of Mogokchung District Planning and Development Board was held on 15 April 2025 at the DC Conference Hall, Mogokchung, under the chairmanship of Speaker MLA Chairman TBTB Mogokchung Sharingan Longkimer. Reviewing the last meeting minutes, the chairman thanked all the members of the House for their support and contributions towards the success of Cherry Blossom Festival held in the district Longkong village for the last 2 years. Two has notified that the Governor of Nagaland is pleased to declare the 19th of April 2025 and 17th of May 2025 as holidays for the state government offices located in Kohima in LIU of the working days on 8th of February 2025 on account of the 6th session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly and on 22nd of March 2025 on account of financial year closing declared by this department's notifications of even number dated 5/3/2025 and 21/3/2025 respectively. Deputy Commissioner Koima B. Hanok Pucham has issued an order stating that in the wake of increasing incidents of forest fires reported from various parts of the district, it has been observed that deliberate or negligent burning of jungle and forested areas has contributed significantly to the spread of such fires, resulting in damage of wildlife habitat and public property and posing a serious threat to human lives. It stated that under Section 162 of PNSS, the DC Koima being satisfied that such acts are public nuisance, likely to cause disturbance to public tranquility and pose imminent danger to life and property. And therefore, the complete ban of the burning of forests has been reiterated for strict compliance of all concerned. Any individual or group found violating the above directive shall be liable for prosecution under relevant sections of BNSS, Nagaland Forest Act 1968 and Rules of Administration of Justice and Police in Nagaland 1937. Assam Police on Monday rescued 2 missing minor girls from a hotel near the Bora service area, officials said. Acting on complaints filed at Bataldan Bazar police station, police traced the girls to a room in a local case house. Initial investigations suggest 2 unidentified men had allegedly lured and taken them there. The suspect and the hotel manager fled before police arrived. A probe is underway to locate the suspects and examine the hotel's role. Assam Rifles ensured a peaceful and vibrant Baisakhi 2025 celebration at Gurdwara Sahib Moray, Manipur on April 13. Around 490 people from diverse communities participated with devotional kirtan and langar. Assam Rifles provided manpower and security, promoting unity and interfaith harmony. Assam has proposed major NET exam reforms after reports of malpractice at private centers. CM Himanta Biswa Sarma announced a 9-point plan including use of only government centers, biometric checks, CCTV, strict frisking, and senior officials as observers. The state votes zero tolerance for cheating and close coordination with the NTA. Assam Rifles hosted a study tour at Chiswema Garrison, Nagaland for 54 students, class 10 students, and staff room for Fernbrook School, Wokha. The visit aimed to inspire youth and raise awareness about the Indian Armed Forces. Scientists have discovered a new frog species in Assam's Garbanga Reserve Forest, naming it Leptobrachym areatium after Arya Vidyapat College in Guwahati. Identified by its striking orange, black eyes and unique call, the species was described by 4 herpetologists, all linked to the college. The discovery highlights the rich biodiversity of Garbanga, a crucial green zone under threat from urbanization. A severe hailstorm struck parts of West Canada Hills on Monday, damaging over 120 homes and affecting 264 people across 9 villages under Laksinian and RT block. Officials said Umlasang was the worst hit with 96 damaged houses, followed by Tadbamon 24 houses and Murko 7 houses. Strong wind also damaged homes and a school in 6 other villages. 4 families were forced to relocate, but no injuries were reported. Damage assessment is ongoing and the PTO will submit a final report soon. Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Sinya Balang Dar announced that on Monday that work on the long-awaited Shillong Airport expansion will begin soon, enabling larger aircraft to land by 2026. The Airport Authority of India issued a tender on April 5. The project includes a 571-meter runway extension, expanding the total land to 2,400 meters to accommodate a 320 aircraft. Terminal and apron upgrades are also planned. Estimated at rupees 119.44 crore, the project has an 18-month timeline. Land acquisition is nearly complete, with compensation to be released shortly. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma hailed the move as a milestone for boosting connectivity, tourism, and investment in the state. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back, viewers. Let's continue with the news. Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Sinyang Balangtar on Monday said the city's smart city projects are progressing well, with regular reviews ensuring smooth execution. He noted that the Bolo shopping mall is 98% complete and parking infrastructure is steadily improving. The government expects full project completion by mid-2026. Tar added that they are awaiting approval for Phase 2 of the Smart City mission. Shillong, the 100th city of joined the initiative in 2018, is now making strong strides in urban development. A young man's bike was stolen from in front of Kumarkat police station in Unakoti district of Tripura on April 15, while the biker was visiting the traditional Charak Mela. The bike owner has appealed to the police administration to get the stolen bike back. It is learned that 31-year Biplab Maji of Kumarkat area went to visit the traditional Charak Mela in the area adjacent to Kumarkat police station with his family members. Then the bike owner locked the bike in the road next to the fair. After a while, on his way back from the fair, the bike owner came and found that the bike was not there. Immediately, the bike owner Biplab Maji got frustrated and informed the Kumarkat police station about the matter, but the Kumarkat police station police has not been able to find the stolen bike and the thief yet. The 70th Charak Mela was held at the Bhadargraph School Ground in Agartala, Bhadargraph, Rishibara, the capital of small hilly state of Tripura, India, on April 15. The Charak Puja was held with the worship of Devadidev Mahadev and various Tantra rituals and spinning of Charak trees. On this day, Tripura Pradesh BJP President and Rajya Sabha MP Rajiv Bhattacharjee, Deputy Mayor of Agartala Municipal Corporation, Monika Das Tuda, Tripura Pradesh BJP Sadar District President Asim Bhattacharjee, Tripura Pradesh BJP General Secretary Babia Tuda, and others were present at the Mela. On the day of the Bengali New Year, a young man was unfortunately crushed to death by a train on April 15. This sensational incident took place in the area adjacent to the Milabata Rail Bridge under Diliamura Police Station in Kuwai district of Tripura. The deceased's name has been reported to be Biswajit Biswas. It is known that Biswas is a daily wage laborer by profession. Meanwhile, in the wake of this entire incident, the family members of the deceased youth claimed that Biswajit had left his house at around 10:30 p.m. on Monday night to take a train to Agartala that night. There was no unrest or chaos at home, but even then, rumors are circulating in the area that there is some reason behind the death of the 25-year-old young man crushed under the wheels of a train. Although the railway police reached the spot and started an investigation into the incident, and as of last news, the body has been recovered and taken to the Dilia Mura Sub-District Hospital. After the autopsy, the dead body of the deceased youth will be handed over to his family members. A 35-year-old man, Janda Das, from Tripura's Sibahijala district, has alleged that police personnel at the Ambassa police station checkpoint in Tripura's Thalai district subjected him to inhumane treatment. Das claims he was beaten, forced to consume yaba tablets, and had 55,000 snatched from him, with the police threatening to frame him in a drug case using a video recording. The incident occurred on April 10 when Das was returning from a relative's house in Assam, where he had gone to buy an old car. Das and his family have demanded an immediate investigation and plan to approach the Tripura Human Rights Commission and Police Accountability Commission. Many Metis cancelled their April 14 pilgrimage to Tangjing Hills after elders advised against it due to tensions with Kuki-Zu groups who opposed the crossing of a buffer zone between communities. Security was tightened and some pilgrims returned from Moirang. The Metis Heritage Society condemned the opposition as a violation of religious freedom. The annual pilgrimage is a sacred tradition, but ongoing ethnic violence since May 2023 has made it unsafe. Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bala on Monday unfurled the national flag at the INA Martyrs Complex in Moirang in Manipur, marking the 81st anniversary of the historic flag hoisting by the Indian National Army of Freedom Fighters Subhash Chandra Bose. On April 14, 1944, Lieutenant Colonel Shaukat Ahayat Malik of the INA hosted the tricolor for the first time on Indian soil at Moirang, representing a pivotal movement in India's struggle for independence. Addressing Monday's function, Governor Bala paid tribute to the INA soldiers and acknowledged the vital role played by the people of Moirang in India's fight for freedom.
Today we celebrate the flag hoisting of Indian National Army flag on the 14th of April 1944 during World War II. Every year it is celebrated here in this INA museum. You can see that. Its significance is that INA was responsible to further arouse the nationalist feeling amongst the young people of India and also to gain independence from the colonial rule. So I feel that this should be held regularly to instill a sense of patriotism amongst our youth. That is the significance that we are celebrating this day every year.
15th April 1944, that was the Chairagwa Day, the first New Year day of the Métis. They had already evacuated their home and herd because of the earlier information by the local chowkidars that war is very much imminent. Most of the people of Moirang, they have taken shelter in the mountain in the Loktak Lake. That means hillocks in the Loktak Lake. But those people, they have taken their shelter there in Loktak Lake. But the thing is, there was one intelligence report that Indian National Army along with Japanese forces had already arrived at Trunglowi, some 5 kilometers away from here. And they informed the local leaders of Moirang just to meet them. And a small contingent led by Sri M. Koryang Singh ex-Chief Minister Manipur, went there in Nltv and met the Japanese and INA leaders. They met it in the morning, but day long they were discussing about the situation there at Moirang. And in the evening, around 5 p.m., they came down here, and on this very place,
Sikkim Chief Minister Bram Singh Damang gifted a scooty to Srishti, a college student from Galsing, to help her overcome daily commuting challenges. Srishti, pursuing a Nabali honors degree, had been struggling with the long distance between her home and college. Moved by her determination, CM Damang provided the scooty to ease her journey and ensure her studies are unhindered. He emphasized the government's commitment to empowering youth and removing educational barriers. To mark Autism Awareness Month, the Edge Spring Foundation held a free one-day speech and language screening camp in Basikat, Arunachal Pradesh. Led by Dr. Midesh Kumar Chowdhury, the camp screened children and adults for communication, challenges linked to autism, ADHD, and other development issues. The initiative focused on early identification, raising awareness, and guiding parents on intervention steps. Participants came from several districts and many scheduled follow-ups. The event highlighted the Foundation's ongoing effort to improve access to care in undeserved regions. The three-day International Mahasanghan Festival began in grand style on Monday at the Golden Pagoda, drawing thousands from the Dal Khamti community. Tourist and international case, the celebration started with the symbolic descent of Lord Buddha, led by Deputy Chief Minister Chau Naman, followed by a peaceful procession and sacred rituals. Devotees performed traditional practices like bathing the Buddha idol and washing the feet of monks and elders. Men emphasized Sanghan as a celebration of renewal, symbolizing the washing away of sins and invoking prosperity. Cultural highlights included Thai performances and traditional Thai Khamti dances. Calling it both spiritual and cultural, men said the festival will now be held annually to boost tourism. Dignitaries and the Italian ambassador to India, Antonio Enrico Bardolia, also attended the event. The DRI seized 52.67 kg of methamphetamine tablets worth rupees 52.67 crore near Aizawl, Mizoram in a truck coming from Myanmar via Zukadwar. Hidden in Darbulin Falls, 53 packets marked 330 export only and 999 were recovered. The Nagaland registered truck en route to Tripura had no declared cargo. 2 people were arrested. Thieves aid to 148.5 kg of meth seized in Northeast in 2025 so far. Yunnan Minister of State for Women and Child Development, Savitri Tagore, began a 3-day visit to Meghalaya on Tuesday to assess central welfare schemes for women and children. She will review key programs like Beti Bachao Beti Parao, Pushan Abhiyan, and Mission Shakti with state officials. Tagore will also meet the governor and inspect projects in East Khasi Hills. On Wednesday, she will visit key centers in Shillong, including Ganesh Das Hospital One Stop Center, Shakti Sadan, and a child care institution in Magaosian. On the first day of the new year, Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha, along with his wife, offered prayers at the River Tripura Sundari Temple in Kamptee district. Security was heightened for the visit. He also planted a jam tree sapling on the temple premises and extended greetings to the people on Bengali New Year 1432 and Tripura's PC Quadrille 1435, wishing for peace, prosperity, and happiness across the state. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back, viewers. We'll continue with the news. In New Delhi, 2 petitions have been filed in the Supreme Court seeking a court-monitored probe into the recent violence in West Bengal linked to the newly enacted Waqf Amendment Act. Fresh clashes erupted on April 14 in Pangar, South 24 Parganas, even as police reported relative calm in Murshidabad. The earlier epicenter of unrest, the violence which broke out during protests on April 11 and 12 in areas like Sudi, Samsirganj, Tulian and Jangkipur, claimed at least 3 lives and left 100 homeless. FBIL by lawyer Sabangshang Sikarja called for a special investigation team to probe the incidents, while another plea by advocate Vishal Tiwari sought a 5-member judicial commission led by a former Supreme Court judge. One petition also urged the state government to file a detailed report on the violence and take steps to safeguard lives and property. In response to the unrest, the Kolkata High Court recently directed the deployment of central forces in Murshidabad. A Delhi court has noted that the Hawar Hussain Rana, linked to the 26/11 Mumbai attacks, had also identified New Delhi for similar strikes in a cross-border terror conspiracy. Special NIA Judge Chandrajit Singh said there is enough evidence to justify further custodial interrogation to uncover the deep-rooted plot which targeted multiple cities across India. A magnitude 4.0 earthquake struck Nepal on Tuesday at a depth of 25 km, with experts warning of possible aftershocks. The tremor occurred at 4:39 a.m. Shallow earthquakes like this can cause stronger shaking and more damage. Nepal remains highly vulnerable to such seismic events. The Supreme Court will hear multiple petitions on April 16 challenging the Waqf Amendment Act 2025, which introduces changes like non-Muslim representation on Waqf boards and ends Waqf by user. Critics, including opposition leaders and Muslim groups, say it violates religious freedom and equality. The center defends it as a transparency reform. The case raises key questions on minority rights and state control over religious institutions.
नए प्रावधानों से वक्त की भी पवित्र भावना का सम्मान होगा। मुस्लिम समाज के गरीब और पसमानदा परिवारों, मुस्लिम महिलाओं, खास करके मुस्लिम विधवाओं को, मुस्लिम बच्चों को उनका हक भी मिलेगा और भविष्य में उनका हक सुरक्षित रहेगा।
ये बिल का मकसद सिर्फ मुसलमानों को जलील और रुस्वा करना है, मुसलमानों को दूसरे दर्जे का शहरी बनाने का इनका मकसद है। इस कानून को फाड़ता हूं, ये अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है सर। इस देश में झगड़े पैदा करने का काम बीजेपी करना चाहती है।
Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta on Tuesday said notices have been issued to schools accused of arbitrary fee hikes, warning of strict action if they fail to respond. At a January Samwad event, Gupta addressed complaints against Queen Mary School in Model Tower over alleged fee hikes and student expulsions. She ordered an immediate probe, stating no school can harass parents or remove students unfairly. Gupta reaffirmed the government's zero tolerance policy toward injustice in education and pledged to uphold children's rights, transparency and equal opportunity.
देखिए, लगातार कुछ स्कूलों से पेरेंट्स मुझसे आके मिल रहे हैं और वो अपनी समस्याएं बता रहे हैं। दैट इज़ फॉर श्योर किसी भी स्कूल को ये कतई अधिकार नहीं है कि वो किसी पेरेंट्स को या बच्चों को हैरेस करे, तंग करे या स्कूल से निकालने की धमकी दे या अनॉर्मल फी हाइक करे। इसके लिए नियम, कायदे, कानून है जिनकी अनुपालना जो है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है। यदि कोई भी स्कूल इस तरीके से करता हुआ पाया जाएगा तो उसको अपने आप भुगतना पड़ेगा। और आज जो मेरे संज्ञान में एक स्कूल की पूरी तकलीफें जो पेरेंट्स को थी वो आई है, हमने उनको नोटिसेस, उन सभी स्कूलों की जिनके बारे में कंप्लेंट आ रही है, आज उन सभी को नोटिसेस इशू किए जा रहे हैं और उनको इसकी जवाबदेही तय करनी पड़ेगी और अदरवाइज भुगतना पड़ेगा। आज हम नोटिसेस दे रहे हैं और उसके बाद में जिस भी स्कूल ने अपनी मनमर्जी चलानी है और पेरेंट्स को या
A special court on Tuesday deferred the hearing over a defamation case against Congress MP Rahul Gandhi after a witness from the complaint side did not depose in court. The special MP MLA court fixed April 28 as the next date of hearing, according to a lawyer in the case. Gandhi's lawyer Kashi Prasad Shukla said the hearing was scheduled to take place today, but no action could be taken as the witness from the complaint side was not produced. The court has fixed April 28 as the next day of hearing.
जो असिस्टेंट है अमित शाह, उनको देश से माफी मांगनी है। भाइयों और बहनों, मेरा नाम राहुल सावरकर।
Thane police have detained 4 persons after they allegedly staged a fake crime scene in Nltv, Mumbai to create social media content and garner people's attention, officials said on Tuesday. A white car was spotted in Santaba area at around 8:45 p.m. on Monday with a human hand visibly protruding from its trunk, an official from the Nltv Mumbai crime branch said. A video and photograph of the same went viral on social media at night. PV Sindhu and Lakshya Sen will lead India at the Sunderman Cup Finals in Xiamen, China from April 27 to May 4. The Badminton Association of India announced India is grouped with Indonesia, Denmark and England. Satwik Raj, Rangi Reddy and Chirag Shetty returned from injury, while Gayatri Gopichand and Darisa Jolie miss out. Anubama Upadhyay, H.S. Pranoy and the mixed doubles pair of Dhruv Kabila and Tanisha Grasto complete the key lineup. Bai said the team is strong across all categories and confident of a historic run. Singapore dissolved its parliament on Tuesday and will hold the next general election on May 3. President Tharman Shanmugaratnam dissolved parliament on the advice of Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, paving the way for Singapore's 14th general election with a nomination day set for April 23. The election campaign, which lasts just 9 days, is expected to be dominated by the rising cost of living, housing needs, jobs, and the growing demand for healthcare and an aging population. Voters are widely expected to return the ruling People's Action Party to power. The PAP has won every election since Singapore was granted self-rule by the British in 1959. The country's last election in 2020 saw the opposition Workers' Party secure 10 seats, the biggest victory for the opposition since Singapore gained independence in 1965. This time, 97 seats are up for grabs. Though the BAP won 83 out of 93 seats in 2020, it will no doubt be looking for a stronger win this year. The last election result was widely seen as a setback for the party. That's all for today English Primetime News. For more news and updates, keep watching Nltv.